Today we are going to discuss how to analyze the problem of truss using stiffness matrix method of analysis. Let me share the content. So this is the problem which we are going to discuss today. Analyze the pin jointed truss shown in the below figure by stiffness matrix method. Take area of cross section for all the members, it is 1000 millimeters square, and modulus of elasticity for all the member, it is 200 kilonewton per millimeter square. So in the previous class we discussed what are the formulas that we need to calculate. We need to use, that is AE by L into cos theta sin theta, AE by L into cos square theta, minus AE by L into cos theta sin theta, and minus AE by L into sin square theta. So those formulas we have to use to calculate this, to analyze this frame, or pin jointed frame or a truss. So here you can see that support A, B, C, D are all fixed. So there will be there is a displacement only at the joint O. There is no support here. So it can move either in the horizontal direction as well as in the vertical direction. So the degree of freedom is equal to 2, that is horizontal translation and vertical translation. So step 1, degree of freedom is equal to 2. So the selected coordinates are as shown below. Area is taken in millimeter and load is taken in kilonewton. So I am assuming that the horizontal translation is towards the right and the vertical translation is acting upwards. So this is the table showing the assembling of stiffness. So here member OA, member OB, member OC and member OD. So for member OA, AE by L, what is A? It is 1000 millimeters square. E value is 200. How much we had got? 200 kilonewton per millimeter square. Length is how much? What is the length of the member? Length of the member is 2.5 meter is the vertical height. Okay, so we need to, using the angle, we need to calculate using Pythagoras theorem. We need to calculate the angle of length of OA. Okay, this angle we know, if this is 30 degree, so OA angle is 30 degree here. So using this angle and this length, we need to calculate the length of OA, OB, OC and OD. So once we calculate that, we are going to get AE by L, length of OA, length of OB, length of OC and length of OD. After that, substitute the value of area and E value. And what is the angle for OA? Angle for OA, always you have to measure from, from the anti-clockwise direction. So overall is 180 degree. In that, if I deduct this length 30 degree, what is the angle we are going to get? 150. So OA angle is 150 degree. Then OB angle is how much we are going to get? OB angle it is 135 degree, OC angle it is 90 degree, then OD angle it is, how much you are going to get? OD angle it is 60 degree. So always you have to measure in the, whenever you are measuring the angle while doing the analysis of truss, you have to measure in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, then once you know that AE by L value, theta value, for each member you can calculate AE by L cos square theta, AE by L cos theta sin theta, AE by L sin square theta. Once you calculate this, you have to write the stiffness matrix. What is the stiffness matrix? AE by L cos theta sin theta K11, that is what is the displacement at coordinate 1 due to force at coordinate 1 due to displacement at coordinate 1. So summation of AE by L cos square theta. So AE by L cos square theta, add all the members OA, OB, OC and OD members AE by L cos square theta, summation of AE by L into cos theta sin theta, summation of AE by L into sin square theta. So when you add that, K12 next K11 next K12 is nothing but K21, that is displacement at unit force at coordinate 1 uh, due to displacement at coordinate 2, or else what is the force developed at coordinate 2 due to unit displacement at coordinate 1. So it is AE by L into cos theta sin theta. So that is equal to minus 15.606. Similarly, K22, what is the force developed at coordinate 2 due to unit force, unit displacement at coordinate 2? That is AE by L into sin square theta. So answer is 170.247. So what are the external forces P1, P2 value? We do have in the horizontal direction we had a load of 40 kilonewton. In the vertical direction it was 60 kilonewton, but the coordinate we had given it in the upward direction. Hence what you have to do, you have to write a negative sign here, minus 60. Okay, so K11, K12, K21, K22. So whatever value, K11 value 75.606, K21 value minus 15.606, K12 value minus 15.606, K22 value 170.247. So when you solve this, delta 1 is equal to delta 2 here, that PL will not come into picture, restraint structure will not come into picture, it is only the direct force P, that's all, the final force is P. So after that, what you once you know delta 1 and delta 2, what is that next you have to calculate? You need to calculate all the member forces in member OA, member OB, member OC and member OD. For that, what is that you need to do? You need to calculate the you have to use this formula AE by L into delta OX minus delta AX into cos theta OA plus delta BY minus delta AY into sin theta OA. Okay, so A by L value for OA member you have to take. Then displacement along member OX you have to take, and displacement along the member AX you have to take. Then theta along the member OA, whatever value you have got, that you have to substitute. When you substitute that, you are going to get 22.308 kilonewton. So same formula you have to use for OB also. So instead of AX, here you have to write BX. Instead of here it is by minus AY into sin theta. Instead of OA you have to write OB. For member OC you have to write OC here. For member OD cos theta, OD and sin theta, OD you have to substitute and find out the similarly calculate the values of POB, POC and POD. So same problem here, I have given the same problem as an assignment, but the area of the members I have changed it to 1500 millimeter square and E value as 300 kilonewton per millimeter square. So analyze this pin jointed truss shown in the below figure by stiffness matrix method by taking area as 1500 millimeter square and E value as 300 kilonewton per millimeter square. Thank you.